I was supposed to be dead. At least, that's what the doctors told her. I remember the sound of the crash, metal screaming against metal, and then nothing, just darkness, and the occasional whisper. When I finally woke up 6 months later, the world had moved on without me, and so had my wife, Madison, the woman I gave everything to, the woman who used to whisper forever while lying in my arms under the Tennessee sky. She didn't know I could hear her in the hospital room, even when I couldn't move. I heard her voice shaking as she said goodbye. I heard her say she'd always loved me, and then I heard him, a man's voice, different, confident, younger. "I can't keep doing this, Mads," he said. "He's gone. You said so yourself." And she didn't argue. That was when something inside me changed. I didn't just wake up from the coma. Something else woke up with me. My name's Luke Harris, 32, born and raised in Asheville, North Carolina. I was never the guy people noticed in a crowd. But for a while, I had everything I thought I wanted. My dream job, a house with a porch swing, and Samantha, the woman I believed I'd spend the rest of my life with. That was before the accident. It was a rainy night in March. I remember the thud of tires slipping on wet asphalt. Then, silence. Next thing I knew, I woke up in a hospital bed. 2 months later, they told me I was in a coma. My body was intact somehow. But my life? My life had cracked wide open. Samantha wasn't at the hospital when I woke up. My sister Katie was there, teary-eyed and awkward, like she didn't know what to say. I asked where Sam was, and she hesitated just for a second, but I caught it. "She's been around," Katie said. "She just needed time." Something in her voice didn't sit right with me. The house didn't feel like mine anymore. There were little changes, a new throw blanket on the couch, different scent in the bathroom, a coffee mug I didn't recognize in the sink. I chalked it up to Sam dealing with trauma. People change. Trauma changes people. But then came the texts. I plugged in my phone. The battery was dead, dusty like it hadn't been touched in weeks. Once it lit up, dozens of unread messages popped up. Not from Sam, from an unknown number, with no contact name. "He's not going to wake up. I can't keep sneaking out like this. You said you loved me, not him." My stomach turned. I scrolled further. "If he ever wakes up, you'll have to choose." That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay in our bed, listening to every creak in the house. At 2:17 a.m., I heard it, footsteps, but not in the hallway, in the attic. I didn't say anything to Sam when she finally came by the next day. She walked in like a stranger, polite, nervous, over-smiling. Her hugs didn't feel the same. She talked about work, the stress, my recovery, how life had to go on while I was unconscious. I asked her about the texts. She froze. "I don't know what you're talking about." That was a lie, a bad one. I showed her the messages. Her eyes welled up, and her face crumpled like paper. She whispered, "It was a mistake. It didn't mean anything." But the thing is, people don't text like that over a mistake. The guy's name was Matt Dawson. I knew him. He was our neighbor, divorced, quiet, bit of a loner, but he had a thing for Sam. I saw it years ago. I just never thought she said it ended, that he was dead. "What you mean dead?" I asked. Her voice cracked. He died last month. Heart attack. In his house." My blood ran cold because that wasn't possible. I saw him 2 nights ago, standing at the edge of the woods, watching our house. The coroner's report listed the cause of death as undetermined trauma. No signs of forced entry. No fingerprints, no DNA. It was like his body simply gave up. But I knew better. I sat alone in the living room, the rain tapping gently on the windows, sipping whiskey from the glass Emily once bought for our anniversary. My phone buzzed again. Unknown number. He broke her heart. You watched. Now it's your turn. I didn't respond. I couldn't, because deep down I knew what I had seen in that mirror that night. The reflection wasn't mine. It was Derek, and he smiled. I moved out a week later. The house sat vacant for months before someone else bought it. I heard rumors, flickering lights, shadows that didn't match their owners, strange whispers at night. They say love can haunt you, but betrayal? Betrayal becomes something else entirely, something that doesn't just linger, it follows. Subscribe for more chilling stories like this. Like the video if it gave you chills, and stick around. It only gets darker from here.